July 5, 2017, 8:07 a.m. In exactly 23 minutes, the most powerful criminal on the dark web will make his last transaction. Not in Bitcoin, not in drugs, but in freedom. Because 2 years ago, Alexandra Cazes sent one email. One careless, arrogant email that contained a digital fingerprint leading straight to his real identity. The address? pimplex990@hotmail.com. 7 words that would destroy a billion-dollar empire and bring down the king of the digital underworld. This is the story of how a 25-year-old Canadian built the most sophisticated criminal marketplace in history. How he became more powerful than Pablo Escobar ever dreamed, commanding an empire that processed $600,000 every single day. And how one moment of human kindness, yes, helping a stranger in distress, brought down the Amazon of illegal everything. December 2013. The Silk Road is dead. Its founder, Ross Ulrich, facing life in prison. But the appetite for anonymous crime is just beginning to explode. While teenagers are posting selfies and updating Instagram stories, Alexandra Cazes is building something that will make the old drug cartels look like corner dealers selling from street corners. AlphaBay starts small. Stolen credit cards worth $50 each, fake driver's licenses for $200, forged passports for $1,500. But Cazes has a vision that would revolutionize crime itself. Why should criminals use 10 different websites when they could use one? Why shouldn't illegal commerce be as convenient as Amazon Prime? He decides to build the dark web's ultimate marketplace. The interface is sleek and user-friendly. Clean product categories, customer reviews and ratings, escrow protection for buyers, dispute resolution systems, 24/7 customer service, even a complaints department. It's like Amazon, but for everything Amazon would never sell. Heroin, cocaine, stolen credit card data, weapons, malware, forged documents, contract killers. The numbers grow at a staggering pace. Day 1, 12 users and no sales. By day 30, 847 users and $12,000 in weekly transactions. By day 365, 40,000 users generating $2.3 million in monthly revenue. By day 1,300, 300,000 users handling more drug transactions than the entire legal pharmaceutical industries of some countries. Alexandra Cazes takes a 4% commission on everything. The money flows like a digital river directly into accounts scattered across 47 banks in 12 different countries. But before he was AlphaBay, Alexandra Cazes was nobody. A shy Canadian kid who got picked on at school in Montreal. 5 foot 6 inches tall, 140 pounds, thick glasses. Invisible to his classmates who saw him as an easy target. His parents, Robert and Marie, thought he was just interested in computers, a harmless hobby for their introverted son who spent hours in his bedroom. What they didn't know was that behind a computer screen, Alexandra could be anyone, do anything, build anything. The internet didn't care if you were short or unpopular or got stuffed in lockers. It only cared if you were smart. And Alexandra Cazes was very, very smart. While other kids played video games, he was learning to hack them. While they posted on Facebook, he was exploring the deep web's darkest corners. He teaches himself PHP, MySQL, JavaScript, advanced cryptography, network security protocols. The transformation is psychological and complete. In real life, he's Alexandra, whine, awkward, invisible, powerless. But online, he becomes AlphaBay, feared, respected, controlling millions of dollars and thousands of lives. The digital world becomes his drug, his escape, his kingdom. And like all addicts, he'll keep pushing the boundaries until he overdoses on his own hubris. Cazes builds more than just a website. He constructs a digital fortress that would make Fort Knox jealous. Multiple layers of military-grade encryption protect every transaction. Servers scattered across 12 countries from Lithuania to Laos, bouncing connections through dozens of proxy servers. Bitcoin tumblers wash dirty money through hundreds of microtransactions until it's completely untraceable. He even implements his own twisted moral code. AlphaBay bans child exploitation content completely. Instant permanent ban for anyone trying to sell it. Maybe he has some standards buried deep in his criminal heart. Maybe he's just smart enough to avoid provoking enemies with the resources to hunt him down. But the real genius is invisibility. Cazes creates the AlphaBay 12 persona and then makes himself disappear behind it. He hires a trusted lieutenant known as the Snake to be AlphaBay's public face, handling forum communications and customer relations. He renames his personal admin account to simply admin and fades into the background. To law enforcement agencies worldwide, they're hunting a ghost that might not even exist. By 2017, AlphaBay is 10 times larger than the Silk Road ever was. It's not just selling drugs, it's selling the future of crime itself. Professional vendors with customer service ratings, supply chain management protocols, quality control protocols. It's not chaos anymore. It's organized, efficient, corporate-level criminal enterprise. While Cazes builds his empire, European investigators are playing an even longer, more sophisticated game. In a secure facility in Amsterdam, Dutch police have spent 8 months secretly taking complete control of Handsome Marketplace, AlphaBay's biggest competitor. Detective Inspector Martijn Eggerts leads a team of 12 officers who have learned to speak fluent criminal. They approve heroin listings, they resolve disputes between cocaine dealers, they provide customer service for weapons traffickers, they ban scammers and verify vendor credentials. This isn't just about catching criminals anymore. It's about understanding the entire ecosystem from the inside. Operation Bayonet represents a new kind of law enforcement, one that thinks exactly like the criminals it hunts.
The plan is brilliant in its complexity. When AlphaBay falls, its 300,000 users will need somewhere to go. They'll flee to the next biggest marketplace, Hansa, and Dutch police will be waiting with open arms and hidden handcuffs, collecting evidence on every transaction, every message, every digital fingerprint. Behind every transaction on AlphaBay is a real victim, with a name, a family, a story cut tragically short. Sarah Martinez, 19 years old, freshman at UC Berkeley, dies from fentanyl-laced heroin bought with 3 mouse clicks and delivered to her dorm faster than a pizza. Officer David Kim, 34, father of 2 young daughters, bleeds out in a Chicago alley after being shot with a Glock 17 purchased anonymously and shipped to gang members in a PlayStation box. The Rodriguez family in Phoenix loses both their teenage sons to overdoses from the same AlphaBay vendor within 6 months. At congressional hearings, parents hold photographs of dead children while reading statistics that would make cartel bosses weep. 47 confirmed deaths, 234 overdoses, 12 murders, all in just 6 months. All directly traceable to vendors operating on Cazes' digital empire. But Alexandre Cazes never sees these faces. From his air-conditioned Bangkok mansion, human suffering is just statistics on a computer screen. Transactions processed, commissions earned, empire expanded. Each percentage point of his wealth is built on someone else's destruction. Every Bitcoin in his digital wallet represents a life shattered, a family destroyed, a future stolen by chemical death. Bangkok, 2017. Alexandre Cazes lives like a technology billionaire crossed with a movie villain. His main residence is an 847-square-meter mansion in the exclusive Phrom district worth $2.3 million. But why stop at one property? The downtown penthouse costs $1.1 million. The beach house in Phuket runs $890,000. The bachelor pad for entertaining girlfriends away from his main residence, $450,000. His garage reads like a luxury car magazine. Lamborghini Aventador, $400,000. Porsche 911 Turbo, $150,000. BMW i8, $140,000. His watch collection could fund a small country's education budget. 7 Rolexes, 3 Patek Philippines, 2 Audemars Piguets, total value exceeding $340,000. He wears a different $20,000 timepiece every day of the month. His girlfriend Sunny Saw, a 23-year-old model, thinks he's a successful web developer who builds e-commerce sites for international clients. His bodyguards, Samchai and Precha, think he's a cryptocurrency investor who got rich early on Bitcoin. His neighbors think he's just another wealthy foreign businessman living the dream in the land of smiles. But luxury creates digital footprints. Every high-end purchase generates credit card records, bank transfers, customs declarations. Every Instagram photo drops GPS location pins. Every night out in Bangkok's exclusive clubs is captured by security cameras, cell tower pings, social media check-ins. The king of the dark web is living in broad digital daylight, creating the very evidence trail that will destroy him. The 15th of December, 2016, 3 hours, 41 minutes, and 22 seconds a.m. Eastern Time. Someone sits down at a computer in an unknown location and types an email that will change everything. Subject line: Alpha O2's real identity. Alexandra Caz, Bangkok, Thailand. The message is brief and devastating. I have proof of AlphaBay administrator's true identity. Alexandra Caz, Bangkok, Thailand. See attached evidence from early site emails showing his real address. Send to tips@dea.gov. The sender's identity remains one of cybercrime's greatest unsolved mysteries. Theory 1. A rival marketplace administrator who wants to eliminate the competition and seize AlphaBay's massive market share. Theory 2. A disgruntled AlphaBay employee with inside knowledge and a personal axe to grind against his former boss. Theory 3. A government asset who's been watching from the inside for months, maybe years. Theory 4. An ex-girlfriend with access to old personal emails and a desire for revenge after discovering what her boyfriend really did for a living. Theory 5. Pure random chance. Someone who saved an old email and suddenly realized what they possessed. In the paranoid world of the dark web, even criminals regularly turn on each other. Whoever they are, this anonymous informant just signed Alexandra Caz's death warrant with a single message. For 3 long years, the world's most elite cybercrime investigators have been chasing digital shadows through encrypted tunnels. Every lead ended in darkness. Every server trace stopped at a Tor exit node. Every cryptocurrency transaction disappeared into sophisticated mixing services. Alpha O2 seemed truly invisible, a phantom commanding a very real billion-dollar empire. But then, Agent Michael Horton opens that anonymous email in the DEA's Quantico facility at 3:42 a.m. What follows is digital archaeology at its absolute finest. That childish email address, pimplexalex91hotmail.com, becomes a single thread that, when pulled carefully, unravels an entire criminal empire. The FBI's cyber forensics team works around the clock. Old forum posts from 2008 show the username Alpha O2 posting computer help advice and signing off with that exact Hotmail address. Social media accounts from 2010 connect to a LinkedIn profile for Alexandra Caz web developer Montreal. Domain registrations, property records, bank account applications, visa paperwork, MSN. A complete digital fingerprint leading directly to Bangkok. Alexandra Cazes thinks he's invisible, but he's catastrophically wrong. The technology hunking him is decades ahead of anything civilians know exists. The NSA's Tailored Access Operations Division deploys radio direction finding equipment that can pinpoint a phone call to within 3 meters. IMSI catchers mimic legitimate cell towers and intercept every communication. Traffic analysis attacks systematically defeat Tor's anonymity protections. Advanced persistent threats infiltrate Thai telecommunications infrastructure. Packet analysis systems examine internet traffic in real time. The surveillance budget for Operation Bayonet, $47 million. The personnel involved, 847 officers across 6 countries. The timeline, 18 months of meticulous preparation for a single morning's decisive action. The international coordination is unprecedented. FBI headquarters in Washington, D.C., DEA facilities in Virginia, Europol's command center in the Netherlands, Royal Thai Police in Bangkok, RCMP offices in Ottawa, German BKA units in Berlin.
6 countries, 6 time zones, 1 synchronized operation, designed to destroy the dark web's criminal infrastructure. The 4th of July, 2017, 11:47 p.m. Bangkok time. DeSnake sends Alexander Cazes a message he'll later wish he'd taken seriously. Boss, the heat is getting really intense. Multiple vendors arrested this week. Several packages intercepted by customs. Law enforcement activity is spiking across all the forms. Maybe it's time for that extended vacation we discussed. For months, DeSnake has been meticulously tracking law enforcement activity across dark web forums and marketplaces. Vendor arrests are increasing. Packages are being intercepted at higher rates. Forum discussions mention increased police presence. The signs are everywhere for those who know how to read them, flashing like warning lights on a sinking ship. But Alexander Cazes is too proud, too confident, too drunk on digital power to see the approaching storm. He types back dismissively, "Everything's fine here, we're stronger than ever. Our server security is absolutely bulletproof. They can't touch us, we're ghosts." It's the digital equivalent of famous last words. In exactly 8 hours and 20 minutes, his bulletproof empire will be in handcuffs. The 5th of July, 2017, 6:30 a.m. Bangkok time. Alexander Cazes wakes up beside Sunisa in their marble-appointed master bedroom for what will be the last time as a free man. His morning routine is precise, almost ritualistic. Shower in the $75,000 Italian marble bathroom. Espresso from the $8,000 La Marzocco machine. Systematic check of 4 different phones containing 3 separate digital identities. 7:45 a.m. He opens his primary laptop, a heavily modified Alienware Area 51 meter worth $5,000, and logs into AlphaBay's central administration panel. The Empire's vital signs appear on screen like a corporate dashboard. 12,847 users currently online. $47,293 in overnight transactions. 234 new vendor applications awaiting his personal approval. 1,847 customer disputes requiring administrative resolution. Today's commission revenue so far, $1,891 and climbing steadily. System status, fully operational, growing, profitable. Alexander Cazes doesn't know that Thai police have been positioned around his compound since 4 a.m. He doesn't know that every keystroke is being monitored by surveillance equipment worth more than his mansion. He doesn't know that FBI agents are reviewing final arrest warrants with his name typed in 14-point Times New Roman. 8:47 a.m. Bangkok time. A gray Toyota Camry approaches Alexander Cazes' mansion at exactly 35 kilometers per hour. Behind the wheel sits Officer Saporn Nakamura, a 15-year veteran of Bangkok Metropolitan Police who has volunteered for the most dangerous and critical role in Operation Bayonet, getting close enough to physically touch the world's most dangerous cybercriminal. Her mission is elegantly simple in concept, but terrifying in execution. Get Alexander Cazes away from his computer for exactly 60 seconds, long enough for FBI tactical teams to breach the compound perimeter and reach his laptop before he can activate kill switches, encrypt hard drives, or destroy digital evidence worth $50 million and containing profiles of 300,000 international criminals. The car crash is choreographed with military precision. Not serious enough to seem suspicious or staged, loud enough to demand immediate attention and investigation, pathetic enough to trigger basic human sympathy and the instinct to help someone in distress. The front bumper of her Toyota crumples against Cazes' ornate steel security gate with a metallic crash that echoes across the entire upscale neighborhood. For the first time in months, Alexander Cazes makes a purely human decision instead of a calculated criminal one. He sees a distressed woman stumbling out of her damaged car, hears her crying in rapid tie, watches her examine what appears to be serious damage to her vehicle. His first instinct isn't suspicion or paranoia. It's the basic human urge to help someone in trouble. In that single moment of ordinary human kindness, the king of the dark web forgets the most important lesson of his criminal career. In his world, kindness is a luxury he can no longer afford. Compassion is vulnerability, and vulnerability is death. 8:48 a.m. Cazes approaches the crashed Toyota, then suddenly freezes mid-step. His criminal survival instincts finally kick in, but it's already too late. Too many concerned witnesses appearing too quickly from concealment. Too many people holding cell phones who aren't actually filming anything. Too many casual observers who move with unmistakable tactical precision. He spins around and sprints desperately back towards his mansion, toward the laptop that contains not just his billion-dollar empire, but detailed evidence of planned murders across 3 continents. 10 meters from safety, 5 meters. Through his office window, he can see his computer screen, still glowing, still logged in, still displaying the administrative control panel for the world's largest criminal network. If he can reach that laptop, he can hit the emergency kill switch that will encrypt everything, wipe servers across 12 countries, destroy evidence that could imprison him for the rest of his life. If he can reach it, Alpha 02 might live to rebuild from digital ashes. But Alexander Cazes is not fast enough for the trap that's been 18 months in the making. Thai police officers tackle him to the concrete just 3 steps from his front door. As handcuffs click shut around his wrists, Cazes watches FBI agents in tactical gear rush past him into his house. Among them, Agent Sarah Chen, the same woman whose detailed assassination he'd been planning just hours earlier. The irony is perfect and merciless. His intended victim has become his captor. What law enforcement discovers inside transforms this into the largest criminal intelligence windfall in modern history. Not just money, though, they seize $8.8 million in various cryptocurrencies and properties worth $12 million more. Not just drugs, though they identify supply chains moving hundreds of kilograms of narcotics monthly across 40 countries. The real treasure is pure intelligence. 369,000 detailed user accounts, 32,000 vendor profiles with real identities, 3 complete years of the world's largest criminal marketplace preserved in perfect digital detail. Messages, transaction histories, shipping addresses, cryptocurrency wallet identifications, vendor-supplier networks, the entire global dark web ecosystem laid bare. One careless email address buried in old metadata brought down $1 billion criminal empire. One moment of human kindness telling a stranger in apparent distress ended the reign of the dark web's most powerful king. One fatal mistake proved that in our interconnected digital age, we're all just one click away from everything changing forever.